It's a Shark Morning Show. It's 102.1 and 105.3 The Shark. Good morning. Hope you're doing all right this morning. 3 things you need to know to start your day. Well, it's going to be raining. Heavy rain expected today into tomorrow. So if you have a property that does flood in certain times, only in heavy rain, today is the day. It's going to go through tonight, and it will stop sometime on Tuesday and clear up with a high of 42 tomorrow. But in the meantime, get your galoshes. In Jaffrey, thousands of people lined both sides of Main Street for a parade, for the St. Patrick's Day parade. They organized it because Manchester called theirs off earlier in the year. And making the occasion even more special, WMUR reporter Ray Brewer served as this year's Grand Marshal. Isn't that cute? Cool. Ray spent 28 years at Channel 9 before retiring last March on St. Patrick's Day, making this a full circle moment. And the York PD, York, Maine, made a post on their social media about free puppies. But they just wanted to get your attention. Apparently, people are calling the York Fire Department directly in emergencies, and they wanted to remind people to call 911. They, after all, could be on another call, and they won't get your attention. So, they want to save you, but you call 911. Coming up in about 15 minutes, if you miss the Oscars, I'll run them down for you so you can talk to people about them. Oh, yeah, I know what's going on. That's at 6:30 on 102.1 and 105.3 The Shark. Here I go. It's 102.1 and 105.3 The Shark. Good morning. I'm Sarah Sullivan. Did you stay up to watch the Oscars last night? If you didn't, maybe you didn't care, or a lot of people were like, whatever. Or you said, you know what? Sarah's going to catch me up with all the highlights tomorrow morning. And you were so right. Paul Thomas Anderson won 3 Oscars last night. He went from 0 to 3 for his movie that took Best Picture, one battle after another. Yep, he also got Best Director. Michael B. Jordan won Best Actor for Sinners, and Jessie Buckley won the Best Actress for Hamnet. One of the best moments, though, last night is when Billy Crystal went up to the mic and paid tribute to his longtime good friend, Rob Reiner.
And to the millions who have enjoyed his films all these years, I want you to know, here and around the world, how many times Rob told me that it meant everything to him, that his work meant something to you. And for us, who had the privilege of working with and knowing him and loving him, all we can say is, buddy, what fun we had storming the castle.
Aw. Have fun storming the castle. Quote from Princess Bride. Coming up in 15 minutes, you could be on your way to Vegas to see Guns N' Roses. I'll give you all those details on the way on 102.1 and 105.3 The Shark. It's 102.1 and 105.3 The Shark. It's the Shark Morning Show. I'm Sarah Sullivan. Do you remember last week when we gave away the air supply tickets for you? Let's revisit one of our winners, Patrick, shall we?
I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without. I'm so sad without you.
Oh, poor Patrick. He just couldn't contain himself. He was so happy with those tickets. I love you guys. Anyway, so listen, we're giving away another prize for you. Guns N' Roses in Las Vegas. How do you like that, baby? Yep, on our dime, live in concert, you're going to see Duff, Slash, and Axl Rose on stage. All Bets Are Off is the name of the tour. One winner is going to be chosen for a round trip ticket to Vegas. We're going to give you hotel stay and tickets to the show. Pretty cool. Here's how you win. You have to listen at 10, 2, 5, and 8. 10 a.m., 2 p.m., 5 p.m., and 8 p.m. Friday, there was some sort of technical difficulty on Friday, but you're going to be in to win today. Your first code coming up at 10 o'clock. And if you need more details about the trip, you can just go on the Shark app or go to shark1053.com. Coming up just after 7 o'clock, there is a flood watch today. More on that on the way on 102.1 and 105.3 The Shark. Thanks for being here, my friend.
I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without. I'm so sad without you.
Were you just on the beach with those girls for the past 3 minutes and 28 seconds? It's 102.1 and 105.3 The Shark. Good morning. I'm Sarah Sullivan. Welcome to your day. It is the day before St. Paddy's Day. 3 things you need to know for today. You need the galoshes. You need the umbrella. You need the raincoat. Heavy rain expected for the rest of the day into tonight. It's not going to stop until tomorrow. So there is a flood warning today. If you have one of those houses that floods when it rains, today's your day to go downstairs and make sure everything is okay. Thousands of people lined up yesterday in Jaffrey. Manchester's St. Paddy's parade was canceled, so they did it in Jaffrey yesterday. Bands, performances, all kinds of floats, and the Grand Marshal, guess who it was? WMUR's Ray Brewer. Hi, I'm Ray Brewer. Poor Ray. He was out there in the wind and the rain and every kind of weather, and he retired last March, so it was kind of a full circle moment for Ray. Yeah, it was pretty cool. He spent 28 years at Channel 9. And the York PD made a post on their social media for free puppies. But they just wanted to get your attention. Apparently, people are calling the fire department directly in emergencies, and they wanted to remind people, you got to call 911. They could be out on another call. You never know what they're doing there in that fire department, so just call 911. They'll take care of you. And the Seacoast Rep, have you seen Dirty Rotten Scoundrels yet at the Seacoast Rep? I have not, but I was so impressed with Forever Plaid, their last show that they did there, that I'm definitely not going to miss it. It is playing now, between now and March 29th. So catch it if you can. And speaking of theater and movies, et cetera, Billy Crystal's tribute to Rob Reiner, it's going to make you bawl your eyes out. Well, maybe not. Maybe you're just a cold-hearted, black-hearted person, which is fine. I like you anyway. I'll tell you more about that at 7:30 on 102.1 and 105.3 The Shark. Oh, somebody hand me a tissue. It's 102.1 and 105.3 The Shark. Good morning. I'm Sarah Sullivan. Thanks for being here. Well, the Oscars last night, a lot of people did not stay up to watch the Oscars, although they did start at 7 o'clock. Even I managed to see a little bit. But, I don't judge. You do you. You go get comfy. You take a nap, whatever you want to do. The headlines, though, one battle after another, won Best Picture. Paul Thomas Anderson was the director. He also won an Oscar for that. He went from 0 Oscars last night to 3, so he's totally psyched about that. Sean Penn won an Oscar for his role in the same film, one battle after another, as Colonel Stephen Lockjaw. He did not accept this ceremony to accept the award. Kieran Culkin, who presented the award, said that Sean Penn couldn't be here tonight or he didn't want to. It's kind of funny. But the moment that was really the most touching is when Billy Crystal paid tribute to Rob Reiner. Oh, now, after he pays tribute to him, the entire cast of his shows, of his movies, all were on stage and they held hands and the audience gave a standing ovation. I can't even. Anyway, here's Billy Crystal.
His first film is This Is Spinal Tap. Yes. The inconceivable tale of true love and rodents of unusual size. Revenge, a gentle giant, sword fights, and an old miracle man and his wife in The Princess Bride. Then, with an Oscar-nominated Nora Ephron script, Bruno Kirby, Carrie Fisher, Meg Ryan, and myself. Then it was New York in the fall, Katz's Deli, I'll Have What She's Having, Baby Fish Mouth, Pecan Pie, and Harry telling Sally, when you realize you want to spend the rest of your life with somebody, you want the rest of your life to start as soon as possible.
As if that didn't get you, as if that line didn't get you, after it was all done, the curtain opens behind Billy Crystal, and there is a line of actors that performed in Billy's movies. Oh, I was losing it. I did the ugly cry for a second. Anyway, coming up in 15, that's enough emotion for today. Coming up in 15 minutes, 7:45. If you missed that tip that I gave you last week about how you can slow the aging process, I got a good one. Going to revisit that. And details on how you could win a trip to see Guns N' Roses in Vegas. That is all on the way on 102.1 and 105.3 The Shark. We know who you are. You're the Goo Goo Dolls. We remembered. It's 102.1 and 105.3 The Shark. I'm Sarah Sullivan. Speaking of memory, John Cannon and I from NHP TV were talking about memory, and I told him about Centrum Silver. Do you remember last week I was telling you that it slows down the aging process? Anyway, he was telling me, John, I'm going to guess is about 40 years old, and he went into his kitchen and he opened up, he's got one of those fancy fridges. He opened up his refrigerator, got some water, and went in the other room for a little bit, came back into the kitchen. He had left the door open to the refrigerator. So we got talking about other moments of memory loss.
My wife is like, hey, don't you remember we had that conversation? And I'm like, oh, no. I'm trapped.
I have another theory about it, John. I feel like the older we get, the more stuff that we have in our brains, right?
Ooh, yeah, sure.
So there's only so much room. It's like if you have too many clothes, you've got to get rid of some clothes.
There you go. So your brain is like a spider web. And every time you remember something or recall something, it's like you're reinforcing a strand of the web.
Yeah.
But over time, some of those pathways get so worn and so overlaid with so many other new things that they end up getting conflicting things, and that's why we misremember stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not that we're running out of space. It's more like we've got too many layers of paint.
Isn't that cool? I thought that was really neat. I wanted to share that with you. Anyways, speaking of things to remember, you got to remember the code words. Guns N' Roses. Trip to Vegas is coming up. Your very first code word comes up at 10. And you can get all the details, all the rules at shark1053.com or on the Shark app. Baby. It's 102.1 and 105.3 The Shark. If you want to go see Guns N' Roses live in person, we're sending you out to L.A. Can you believe it? Yep, we're giving you round-trip airfare, a hotel, and tickets to the show. It's going to be a time that you will never forget. Seriously, Vegas is a spectacle. I mean, even if we didn't send you to see Guns N' Roses, they're playing at the Allegiant Stadium, by the way, which is where the Las Vegas Raiders play, I want to say. But even if we didn't send you there, if we just sent you out to Vegas, and said, here you go, you would have a good time. It is everything and more. So everybody should go at least once. You want to listen for the code words at 10, 2, 5, and 8 o'clock. And you put that code word into the Shark app, and you could be on your way to Sin City. All the details on the Shark app. So many ties to New Hampshire. It's 102.1 and 105.3 The Shark. I'm Sarah Sullivan. We've been talking Oscars this morning. Do you remember in 1982, New Hampshire's Ernest Thompson won the Best Adapted Screenplay for On Golden Pond? We spoke to Ernest Thompson. I do believe he still lives in Rye, but I could be wrong about that. Anyway, several scenes from the movie starring Henry Fonda and Katharine Hepburn were filmed on Lake Winnipesaukee and Squam Lake right here in New Hampshire. And Robert Eggers, do you remember him? Just last year, he directed Nosferatu. He grew up in Lee, and that film was nominated for 4 categories, but he didn't take home the actual statue. You know what they say, though? It's an honor just to be nominated. I don't know about that, It's kind of like saying you missed it by that much. Instead of saying the Academy Award nominated film, they should just say the Academy Award missed it by that much film. Anywho, Billy Crystal last night. Just stop it. He paid tribute to his good friend Rob Reiner, and he was running down his list of films.
Then it was New York in the fall, Katz's Deli, I'll Have What She's Having, Baby Fish Mouth, Pecan Pie, and Harry telling Sally, when you realize you want to spend the rest of your life with somebody, you want the rest of your life to start as soon as possible.
He, of course, When Harry Met Sally, one of the greatest films of all time. And if that line didn't get you, the curtain then opened up and showed the line of actors in several of Rob Reiner's films. It was a moment, tell you what. Anyway, we've got the Shark Yacht Rock Song of the Day up next on 102.1 and 105.3 The Shack.